Hello, welcome to the second in a four-part series of bite-sized information to help you and your family develop healthy eating and lifestyle habits. My name is Leanne.
And I'm Stephanie.
And we are community staff nurses within the 0 to 19 Children and Family Services of Hampshire and Isle of Wight Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust. This second video will focus on healthy eating, but in particular sugars. Too much sugar and the hidden sugars. Don't forget to join us for parts 1, 3 and 4 to further develop those healthy habits. Previously, in section 1, we covered the Eat Well guide, and in this session, we're going to look at sugar swaps. We hope that you'll gain a better understanding of what the current guidelines are around these healthy lifestyle subjects, and maybe pick up some ideas and tips that you might be able to implement at home for all the family.
You'll notice that the foods which are high in fat, sugar and salt are in the bottom left-hand corner and are not actually on the plate. This is because we don't actually need them at all, but they can be eaten in small amounts occasionally. These include cakes, biscuits, sweets, chocolate, crisps, sugary drinks, takeaways, sauces and high salt foods. Sweets, crisps and chocolate may not be the most important part of our physical health, but they are often eaten during social events and celebrations, such as trips to the cinema, dinner with friends and birthday parties. They play a really important role in our emotional and social health. We need to learn how to use these foods in a more normal way without having them harm our health. Try to eat these foods when you are not hungry, so you are less likely to overeat them. If you try too hard to avoid these foods, you may feel deprived and this can trigger cravings and uncontrolled eating. Moving on to the subject of sugar now, we keep hearing in the news that we are all eating too much. What does this actually mean? Why is it bad? And how do we know?
The body breaks down carbohydrates to make glucose, which is required for energy and healthy functioning. Added sugars are sugars in food that are not naturally occurring. The body requires no added sugars to function properly, and consuming too much can have harmful effects on our bodies, including, to name a few, heart disease, diabetes, obesity, poor concentration, poor sleep, low mood, and tooth decay.
A cube of sugar is about the same as a teaspoon, which is about 4 grams approximately. We use sugar cubes for ease in terms of visual representation. This also links directly to the NHS food scanning app, which we will talk about later. The recommended maximum amount of free sugars or added sugar per day is 5 cubes, which would be 19 grams a day for a 4 to 6-year-old. 6 cubes, which would be 24 grams a day for a 7 to 10-year-old, and 7 cubes, which is 30 grams a day for an 11 and over, including adults, remembering that that is the maximum amount. Sugar hidden in lots of there is sugar hidden in lots of foods and drinks. Some are obvious, like fizzy drinks or a bag of sweets. You'd expect there to be sugar in them, but maybe the amount of sugar will be surprising to you. Some of these foods are less obvious, but still contain surprising amounts of sugar. We're now going to just have a look at a few.
Not all sugars are obvious. There are many foods and drinks that contain hidden sugars. Take a guess at how many sugar cubes are in the average serving of each of these food products. Here is the actual amount of sugars in these items. So when you remember that the guidelines suggested between 5 and 7 cubes a day, you can see how easily it can all add up, being harmful amounts of sugars without us realising it. Here's a picture of a ketchup sauce that's got 1 cube of sugar. We've got a baked beans, which is 5 cubes, and this is a 300 gram can, but actually a serving is 150 grams. We've got a fizzy drink, which is 13.5 cubes of sugar, a fruit roll, which is 1.5 cubes of sugars. We've got a fast food chocolate milkshake, which is 12 cubes of sugars, and actually a vanilla milkshake is 14 cubes of sugars. And we've also got the share bag of sweets, which is 100 grams, and has got 11 cubes of sugar in, and remembering that is a share bag, so that isn't a whole portion for one person. Just one fizzy drink or milkshake could exceed your entire sugar recommendation for the day, regardless of your age.
So how do we find out? There are different ways of finding out how much sugar is in a product. The NHS Food Scanning app will allow you to scan barcodes and then tell you how much sugar, fat or salt is in the product. Then it will allow you to swipe for healthier alternatives. It's a really friendly, child-friendly and fun way of getting your children involved. Nutritional labels show carbohydrates of which are sugars. These values are usually given in 2 columns, giving you 100 grams or 100 per meal and then per portion. But be careful that your portion is what they say it is. The traffic light system is shown on the front of packets for a quick glance. Red meaning it's high, amber meaning it's somewhere in the middle, and green means it's low in either fat, sugar or salt. This also shows calories, fat, saturated fat and salt. Just a bit about salt. Adults should eat no more than 6 grams of salt a day. A 4 to 6-year-old should eat no more than 3 grams of salt a day, and children between the ages of 1 and 3 years old should eat no more than 2 grams of salt a day. Aim for more greens and ambers over red when you're looking at the traffic light system. A really easy way to have a look at this and understand these ways of finding out more about the sugars is to have a look on the video attached to these healthy lifestyle workshops, which will demonstrate in a practical way how to use the app and how it shows the nutritional value of the foods that you're eating. Thank you for joining us today.